YouTube?
Jamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is boy Jamar here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamar here once again, here to recap on this week's episode of Bad Girls Club, Social Disruption. I believe this is episode 8, Shades of Gay. Now, a lot didn't really happen in this episode aside from the main storyline of Candace trying to get into Bernisha's cooch. That's basically what the majority of this episode was about, but we can pick up where last week where we left off, where the girls came in and it seemed like a lot of the people, because Cabrina and Tiara, the new girls, were there sitting on the couch waiting for everybody to get home. Now you're gonna have to excuse me, I got me my little smoothie right here. I'll be sipping on that, if y'all don't mind. So they come in, and of course, last week Bernisha was like not too really keen on meeting new girls and this, that, and the fourth, which I don't really too much understand, because you don't have to anyway, whether you want to or not. And what was interesting is that we learned that Tiara doesn't drink, smoke, eat, breathe, or anything of the sort. So, I mean, it's not a requirement to drink and smoke if you're a bad girl, but it's almost like, why not? I mean, not like it's good, because if you don't drink or smoke, it's good for your body. But if you're auditioning for a show where the main thing that they want you to do is drink and, well, not necessarily smoke, but drink for sure. So, okay. So the girls go out and they have a good time and they come back. But the interesting part was Adrienne gets pulled aside, or Ryan, whichever one she goes by, gets pulled aside by production, I guess, because she was flipping off. Remember last week she was flipping off the cameraman, talking about you can have this mic, man, F this mic. If you don't want this mic to get messed up, then you better come and take it off me. All this other extra stuff. And then she was talking about to a conversation, I believe, with her mama. Talking about F production. I'm ready to get out of here. They're talking to me like I'm a child. This, that, and the fourth. Production tries to come and talk to her, saying, what you're doing is not acceptable. And she was like, man, I don't give a F. Just, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, girl, just leave. You don't even have to do all this extra stuff. Just pack your bags and say, I'm ready to go. You ain't got to do all these extra scenes. You are not, auditioning to be the next biggest actress. I just didn't understand that. So Ryan or Adrienne goes home, and I'm here for it. And it's like the only original girls from this season is Z and Bernisha. And I'm like, shoot, this is the season of replacements. Y'all might as well have just kept them from the start. Shoot. The rest of these girls, they're going out in like a revolving door. But anywho, the girls are starting to feel a little bit iffy about Tiara, and they're like, well, she doesn't really smoke or drink, and all she talks about is money and how she has like this hairline. She said she's like an account manager for Apple. So I'm like, okay, girl, kudos. Kudos, baby, you doing something. And they feel like she's bougie, and they feel like she's bandwagoning and all this other stuff. So they're going to try to test her with these questions, try to see if she's going to try to go back on what she said and just kind of agree with what they were talking about. And I'm like, but that plan just seems whack. Like, it seemed like they're just kind of feeling the type of way that she has a lot of stuff going on for her, and that she's not the type to try to go out and smoke and drink, that she doesn't feel the need to, that y'all feeling like y'all insecure about something. Like, I mean, it is kind of strange that, she doesn't smoke or drink or anything of that nature, but I was like, why try to make it seem like she's less than because she doesn't, I'm like, y'all, it's just, they make themselves come off like they're jealous. Like, they wish, like, oh, well, I ain't really, not like none of them are doing nothing, but I'm not no account manager. I'm not running my own business or nothing like that. Like, they aspire. Like, Z got her little t-shirt thing, but I think that's just about it. So it sounds she was coming off like she was a little bit mad and pressed about it. So I'm just like, girl, and she's being about it. I'm like, Z, have a seat. But when Tiara was talking on the phone with her boyfriend and she had no makeup on, don't do that no more. Don't get on national TV without no more makeup on, sis, because I didn't know who that was. I was like, who the hell is that? I didn't put her name down at the bottom. I was like, oh, get you your foundation and really get in there because I'm just saying it caught me off guard. Some people she just got bad skin. I'm sorry. I know that's mean as hell, but she just got bad skin. I want to leave the main part for last. Eventually, Tiara and Z bond. They go do the little laser tag thing and whatnot. All that's fine and dandy. Okay, let's get to the good shit. So Candace is after Bernisha's coochie lips. She's after him. She want him. And she's doing whatever it takes to get him. And there's always like a token lesbian relationship or some token lesbian attempt to turn another girl out on this show. And it's always like the same, oh, one is more aggressive than the other, one is a little bit more masculine than the other one is reluctant for a period of time, and sometimes they'll come around, sometimes they don't, usually they do. And Candace doesn't care. Candace wants, what Candace wants. And it turns out that Candace and Cabrina actually know each other from Chicago. And she said that Bernisha isn't really the type that Candace usually goes for. Usually goes for the girls with longer weave, just more. I'm not even sure what that type is, but just more bougie. I don't know how to describe it. The girls with the hourglass shapes and the big hair and long weave, whatever that type is called. That's usually supposed to be Candace's type, according to Cabrina. Now, I guess because Bernisha's natural and maybe not like as shapely as some other girls might be, that's why she wouldn't be considered her type. I'm not sure, but I guess. But they were sleeping all in the bed, kissing. She was kissing all on her and saying that she ain't have no panties on, so she was feeling and fondling her and things, and they was all in the shower. I'm like, okay, all right, Bernisha, you letting her get, for somebody who says she awfully close, you letting her get awfully close. Now she did say she used to mess with a girl like 9 years ago, like when she was 15, 16 years old. So I'm just like, oh, that wasn't nothing. That wasn't nothing. And this is very short. Okay, this is a very short video because this episode was a little meh. Really wasn't much to it other than the fact that Candace was on the hunt for the cooch, and Ryan left, which I was ready for anyway. She was getting on my nerves. But next week seems like that's gonna be interesting because apparently, they go out, they look like they had some kind of costumes on or something. And some guy, I'm guessing, likes Bernisha and gives her some roses. And Candace is upset and feeling some type of way. Talking about, oh, you going to accept roses from some dude? What? You asked me, am I single? I said, I am single. 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 Which means not in a relationship with you. Okay, don't be sitting there trying to claim me, especially from men, just because I took some flowers. I can't take flowers now. Just because you done laid up here and tried to grope me for the last few days, now I can't accept no affection from nobody. You got me all the way twisted, okay? 365 degrees. 360. But yeah, we're going to see how that goes, because I just know that's what I'm going to be ready to talk about, trying to control somebody after just hanging with them for 1 or 2 nights, you feel like you own them. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. You cannot decide that I belong to you, okay, all of a sudden, and we ain't had no kind of discussion about it yet, mutually. So, but that was pretty much Bad Girls Club tonight, y'all. It was kind of meh. But next week look like it's going to be good, but we're here regardless, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Horror Story, the finale. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington, Washington.